Farzala sits alone in his cell, hanging high above amongst the other cold, uncomfortable cells. Below, dozens of ravenous monsters lie in wait, their hunger and viciousness radiating through the force. Farzala frowns as he tries to get to grips with his own emotions, grappling with the fear. After all, Jedi aren't supposed to be afraid. Desperate, Farzala turns to the one thing he has, his memories. Memories of his own master, Obratuk Glil, and his teachings on fear. Back on the vessel, Jabba's men scramble to find the missing prisoners aboard the ship. As they navigate through the corridors of the ship, the invader hears a noise caused by Qort, but as he swings around, the two have disappeared. Farzala recalls his master's teachings. A Jedi is supposed to feel fear. It's a natural part of life, and while it can lead to the dark side, it is also a great teacher. After all, how can one overcome difficulties if one has never experienced it? The Jedi are not emotionless or devoid of fear, but unlike the Sith, it's an opportunity for them to get better. And with that, Farzala extends his hand out of his cage, starting to overcome his fear. Using the force, he swings the cage back and forth until it finally clashes with another nearby cage. And with that, Farzala bursts free from his captivity and his fear. Back on the ship, Qort and Afi are busy trying to take back the vessel. Surprising each of Jabba's men individually, they begin to quietly retake the ship. But just as Afi holds one of Jabba's men at gunpoint, another sneaks up behind her and points a blaster to her head. On the surface, the Hutt's men are busy trying to fight off the Drengir threat, when suddenly Farzala bursts into the scene riding a tentacled beast, once again saving the Hutts from imminent doom. Farzala orders the beast to attack the Drengir, and reaching out with the force, he grabs back hold of his lightsaber. It seems as though all hope is lost. Afi, stuck in a precarious situation, is unsure of what to do, when suddenly a purple-bladed lightsaber emerges out of the droid, followed by a blue and green lightsaber that delivers swift cuts to its body. As the droid crumbles into pieces, Master Obratuk rises, wondering what exactly he has missed. Ishnar converses with Jabba the Hutt, who threatens to bring more men into the palace after his reported failure to deal with the Drengir threat. Then, Farzala emerges, claiming his innocence and ignorance of the attack on the palace. Scarabda turns to his head of security and asks if this is true, to which Ishnar confirms it is. Farzala then asks for aid in tracking down the vessel in order to help his friends when a hologram emerges in the middle of the room. Master Obratuk stands before the Hutts, with the perpetrators of the attack in front of him. Scarabda recognizes these men as Jabba's goons and accuses him of being behind the attack, to which Jabba claims are Jedi lies. Obratuk informs the Hutts that he will be arriving shortly, and in the meantime, Farzala represents the Jedi on its behalf. Farzala steps forward with the strength inspired by the various masters of the Jedi Order and pledges Jedi support in dealing with the Drengir problem on Nal Hutta. Now unafraid, Farzala realizes that a true Jedi is never really alone. So that was what happened in issue 7 of the High Republic Adventures. I've got to say, I really enjoyed this issue, following Farzala in the last issue, and this one has been super interesting. I really enjoyed the Jedi philosophy in terms of how they deal with fear, which really goes to show how different the Jedi of the High Republic are and the Jedi of the prequel era. Where the prequel Jedis have taught to suppress such emotions, the High Republic Jedi are able to accept them and learn to grow beyond it. It is such a subtle but poignant way to maintain the distinction while all the more deliver a strong moral message, which is exactly what Star Wars is all about. You can only imagine how Anakin Skywalker would have turned out had he been born during the era of the High Republic. So it'll be interesting to see where the plot goes from here. Now that Jabba has been ousted as the mastermind behind the attack, it will be very interesting to see how he gets out of it and what this might mean for the future of the Hutt clan and its relationship with the Jedi. So that's all for today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I am the Lost Acolyte,
and I have spoken.